Fuck that, nigga.
Many differences between us and Hollywood. One, we're not pedophiles. And two, we're not phonies and big fat liars. Tonight's show, I'm not gonna lie to you, was shit. Oh God, what did you guys think of that?
Come on, it was not shit.
It was shit.
I don't think it was shit. The overall show was not shit. There was a lot of shitty things, but the overall show I don't think was shit, honestly.
How can you tell me it wasn't shit, man? Seriously. The two big matches of the night were a fucking letdown. How can you tell me the show wasn't shit?
Well, we had Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, which was great.
Yeah, but the big matches of the night were a letdown.
Which was great. And Batista versus Triple H was what I thought it was going to be, so I didn't have any hopes for that match to be better than what everybody. I don't know what you thought that match was supposed to be. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck you thought Triple H versus Batista was supposed to be. But yeah, JBL and John Cena did disappoint me because JBL has much more charisma than just to have a fucking 12-minute match.
Man, I would have rather have had that JBL Triple H encounter as an actual match, man.
Just unify the titles, fucking call it a day.
No, not unified, just a normal match, man. That'd be far more enjoyable than the shit they gave us tonight.
Like a backlash type of thing, don't you think?
Fucking, I don't care. For everyone we got tonight. Honestly, in that stage, man, that stage can suck a fat one. That was terrible.
That stage looked like you would, trip over it. Like you would trip over, the edge of the star.
It looked like something Jax would make for kids, man. No effort.
It looked like
the
stage that WCW had back in '99, where there was always this very slippery, very trippable part at the end, where everybody would bust their ass. That's what that stage looked like.
Looking at the match card still, the best match of the night. I don't know. It's probably Eddie or Ray or Shawn and Kurt Angle. To be honest with you, the rest of it wasn't that memorable.
I mean, I liked Randy Orton versus Taker. Randy Orton versus Taker was really entertaining for me. I didn't think that was a bad match at all. But we already know who was going to fucking win, but still, it was a good match nonetheless. I mean, I can't really take that, everybody knowing the outcome of a Taker match at Mania out because, it's...
Can we all just agree, right? The worst part... We'll just skip. We're not going to jump around that much, but I just want to get this out the way. Can we all agree the worst match of this year, possibly so far this decade, was Christy Hemme versus Trish Stratus. That was one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my fucking life.
See, I would say Big Show versus Akebono, but I don't even know if that was supposed to be taken seriously. We were supposed to take Christy Hemme seriously, like kayfabe, to Trish Stratus, to anything at all in wrestling. We're supposed to take her seriously.
It was genuinely shit. There was nothing else about it except it was terrible. The storyline's been terrible. Do I think Christy Hemme's a slut? I don't really care if she is, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone else really cares. What a waste of time, man.
Some people do. But
some people, no, they're fucking morons then. Stop listening to my show if you believe that then. Fucking turn off now.
Slut? Or
because I don't give a fuck. Anyone that cares about Christy Hemme in wrestling whatsoever, character-wise or anything.
It was retarded. I don't think that was a fucking match that should have happened. I think it's one of those things where they just wanted to have some sort of match for the women's title because, why not?
Well, you know what? It was shit.
I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know why. I guess the purpose was the whole Playboy thing, but how many divas have been in Playboy? So that shouldn't have any fucking thing to be involved in because the fucking magazines already came out. So... it's not like promoting the fucking magazine. She's already been on the cover for 2 months. We don't care. Nobody cared about that. It was... that could have easily been null and void.
Also, if I could say a few things. By the way, first of all, I fell asleep during the Triple H Batista match. I woke up when Batista won the World Heavyweight Championship. So, just to get that out there. And B, this was a terrible match with Hemme and Trish Stratus. This was honestly, one of the worst matches I think I've ever seen Trish Stratus in.
Yeah.
And B, why would Trish Stratus give a fuck if Christy Hemi's on Playboy or not? I mean, really?
Yeah,
if you think
the
about
storyline is kind of stupid. She came out
Stratus
because she was on
Stratus
Playboy.
is the top woman. Like Stratus is the top woman in your fucking division in WWE. Even she's right up there with Lita. Why does she care? I mean, I don't get that. Like you said though, I think it was just a way to get the woman's title on the match, but on the card. But I don't know, I would have just left it off the card.
If we're being serious, that intro to it, the promo package was at least 3 minutes long or 4. Like that was just as long as the match was.
I believe,
and it was a good promo package too.
I believe.
What?
I
wouldn't go that far.
I'm sure we can all understand, and we can all say that. Yeah, I hope we don't see Christy Hemme back in the ring again. I think we're all collectively done with this. But of course, we're gonna see her do stuff, as an announcer or anything else. But in the ring, yeah, you can go away. You can go. We don't need to see you.
All right. I don't really care about this bit, but we gotta get out the way. Garcia sings the national anthem. Anyway, so those movie shits were alright. The Pulp Fiction, whatever ones they do. Braveheart, Gladiator. You guys enjoy that?
I thought it was fine.
Those were pretty cool. I actually like those. I mean, if they're in fucking California, might as well capitalize on being in California.
Dirty Harry as well with The Undertaker.
But I really did like was, and it's sad, it's a very depressing thing, their new world champion and main eventer didn't have his own little cutscene. He was just in the bullshit line of, like, filler guys that they had, like, doing little skits of, like, who wants to be in, like, a commercial or some shit like that. It was awful. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, I wouldn't go that. You're looking a bit too deep into it, man.
No, I'm not looking deep into it. I just find it hilarious that they had him do nothing special, but they had everybody else. Like, basically had the main guys. I don't even know about Booker T because he wasn't even on the fucking show. But hey, he's black. Put him as Samuel L. Jackson. But everything else was. I thought the whole thing was
Eddie as
cool.
John Travolta was quite funny.
Yeah, it was. But I thought the whole thing was very entertaining, and at least they fucking capitalized on that shit. Goddamn. Like, imagine if they didn't do anything creative, just being in California, just like, all right, really.
I still can't get over that stage. That stage just.
Speaking of creativity, yeah, they could have done something better with that stage.
It wasn't the best stage.
It wasn't anything, man.
It was just like curtains.
Then again,
it was curtains. That's all it was.
But then again, if you think about it too, if you guys really think about it too, this was in the Staples Center. This was in an arena, so I wouldn't have expected, an elaborate stage. But I would have probably expected something, a little bit better than what we actually saw. But
I mean, fucking last year's was way more better. They had the LED lights under the stage, the walkway in Madison Square Garden, so they actually had something better. Like I don't know. I think they kind of downgraded on the stage. I was like, really? That's disappointing. That you guys just downgraded for the next year's Mania on the stage and how it looks. And I understand they're in the Staples Center, but fuck, I mean, you can make.
Well, where are they next year?
Chicago.
Is that
big
arena?
No. They're not doing. I don't think they're not doing big. I think what I've realized is they haven't done big arenas because ever since 20, they want to go back to small arenas. For 21 and. Like 2021 and 22, I guess. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do for 23. Hopefully, they can go back to a stadium or something. They can continue that, but yeah, they're.
Technically,
because they're going to Chicago because WrestleMania 3 was one of the WrestleManias in one of the WrestleManias in WrestleMania 2 was in Chicago, but they're just doing it and putting it in Mania 22 or some shit like that.
If you want to get technical, Rosemont, Illinois.
Yeah,
I know
whatever.
it's right near Chicago.
They're gonna say Chicago. Fuck that. They're gonna say Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Chicago.
There's two types of people I hate: people that come from Detroit, and people that come from Chicago. But on that note, plugs from all of us here, from the bottoms of our hearts. Thank you for standing up for the Mark Report. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
unbelievably!
What a great opener!
Really good match.
I mean,
really great.
I'm not gonna expect anything fucking less from Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, but what a great opener, though. The one thing I don't know if you saw it, but Ray kept on fucking trying to fix his mask, so it looked like every move that he was doing, he was adjusting his mask. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's about.
I never noticed that, man. That's.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on with his mask. His mask usually never fucking has, breakdowns or whatever the fuck, but his mask was fucked up during a Mania match in the opener. So I was like, damn, right.
I'll say this. I agree with you guys. This was a really good opener to start off WrestleMania, but on that note, that being said, this wasn't the best Ray versus Eddie match I've ever seen. It really wasn't. I think I've seen them have battle matches in WCW on Monday Nitro.
Oh my god, you're stretching it.
I knew you were going to say that.
You're stretching it, man. Jesus.
It's true. It's true. I think they've even had a battle match or two on SmackDown. Even.
Can you tell me the SmackDown?
Come on, you're gonna think he's gonna tell you to SmackDown.
We're gonna shit on it.
That's a very ignorant way of saying it, but I mean, I understand what he says, but I think it's probably their best match in WWE. I mean, I'm not even
fucking enjoyable.
I loved it.
Like,
as I said, I loved it. I don't know. I don't think we got to dig that deep on that shit. But yeah, it was a good match.
No, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a good match. But I just kind of think too, they were like holding stuff back because it's the current joker for fucking WrestleMania 21, and Vince McMahon wants but John Cena and JBL and fucking especially fucking Triple H and Batista to outshine fucking Ray and Eddie. Two small guys that fucking will never make it. Well, I mean, I say they'll never make it to the fucking top.
Never make it.
Eddie did last year. Eddie did last year.
I was about to say never made it. Benoit and
Chris
Eddie were world champions.
Did.
What are you talking about? I don't want to hear any about they won't make it.
But if you really think about it too, what were the house show numbers for Benoit's world title reign?
I don't fucking know, but I know they were low. But guess what? That's basically proving whose point are you proving? Yourselves? I don't know whose point you're trying to prove here. Because, I mean, you're basically saying that, I would want them to go to the top, but, shit, look at their ratings. You're kind of just contradicting yourself.
On a note that separates us, Ray won, by the way. I'll tell you this, though, and I'm not trying to shit on this Mania all over, but I doubt this will do as well as last year's. When you compare the match card of last year's, this one ain't even coming close.
Angle Eddie for the WWE title, Benoit, Shawn, and Triple H main event. Come on,
which was a great main event, by the way.
It's kind of hard to compare.
Man, you had Rock and Sock last year.
Yeah, it's really the whole spectacle last year was much greater.
They mainly. You know what? They mainly pulled out all the stops for Mania 20. And because it was the 20th anniversary of the event, it was in Madison Square Garden, so they had to pull out all the stops. And they basically just gave up on this Mania altogether. I mean,
I don't think they gave. Hell no, I do not think they gave up. They have built John Cena for a year. I don't think they gave up on the show. It's just he started to cool down. That whole thugonomic shit wasn't gonna have to. We can't continue the whole thugonomic shit for like 2-3 years. That's why he hasn't been rapping like that. He's just been doing his whole "I'm a white gangster" type thing. You know what I mean? He's not rapping. So that's, his shit kind of died down. That's a fucking random spectacle thing that they said, oh, fuck it, here you go, Big Show. I don't think they gave up. I think it was just bullshit.
I would take Rock and Sock over that any day.
Oh, no fucking shit. But I don't think they gave up on the show.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like, they just completely gave up on the show. Now, they did put effort in the show, but it just didn't feel, as big as last year.
Then again, the argument be it was 20, so it had to be bigger.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could say that, but also, I mean, Vince is always loved. I mean, it's his baby. It's WrestleMania, so everything has to be spectacular. But you also have to work with the things that you have. And I think this year, they didn't have much build up to a lot of things that they did last year. Last year, booking was pretty fucking good all around the board, besides a few fucking things like the tag team division. But, we'll look at this year's tag team division. The 2 tag team champions were in the opening match. But at the end of the day, I don't think they gave up, because look at the ladder match we got.
That Money in the Bank was very entertaining. I didn't see Edge winning that, though.
No, I did not. I thought it would repeatedly be like,
I thought Christian was going to win it. Then again, what does this get you again? Does this get you an actual title shot?
It gets
like
you a world title match.
Yes, it gives you
whenever you want
a world title match for the next year.
Yeah, just a contract.
So you have until WrestleMania 22 next year to quote unquote cash in.
So more than likely, right? Edge is a future world champion then.
Yes. Most likely that is a guaranteed fact unless they kind of do like a whole fuck up thing. But I'm sure they're not going to do that for their first Money in the Bank briefcase.
It's kind of funny.
Winner.
It's kind of funny the downfall of Benoit a year ago, champion to this.
Well, that goes back to Tyler's point about the whole, house show ratings and the house show attendance and all, money being brought in and the show ratings on Raw. They saw that, and they saw the same thing with Eddie, which wasn't really helping. So they got rid of them both. I mean, they didn't really get rid of Eddie very quickly. I mean, they didn't really get rid of Benoit fairly quickly from the title because he had the title for like good 4 to 5 months.
Until he lost it to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton fucking jobbed it right back to Triple H, which Triple H wins.
I hate Raw, man. There's a reason I don't watch
there's
this
a reason why. There's a reason why I pay more attention, or I care a little bit more about SmackDown. I still watch Raw because of the show, but fuck.
See,
SmackDown, I put a little bit more attention to SmackDown.
You say that though, but I've tuned out completely on SmackDown because of JBL's title reign.
I fucking love that title reign.
JBL's far more entertaining than Triple H.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't really care for it as much.
I'd rather watch the fucking Bashams than watch another tag team match with Triple H versus Ric Flair versus whoever's going to beat him for this time.
I'd rather watch Southern Justice, man.
Yeah. Jesus
Justice.
Christ. I haven't heard that name in a fucking
I will
minute.
say this. I'll say this. If this Money in the Bank ladder match is, talked about and universally praised like we were talking about on this show, you guys could see it coming back next year?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Being a continuous Mania tradition? Because I think it's a good way
I don't know as a continuous Mania tradition.
Maybe at pay-per-views, big pay-per-views.
No, I think I could see it because you know how they especially with last year, it felt like they had to get everybody on Mania 20 last year, and it was all just
well, that was also because of Mania 20.
Multi-man fucking championship matches.
Yeah, that is true.
2 fucking fatal 4-ways in the tag division, and then you got that fucking, how many fucking guys in the cruiserweight division?
The cruiserweight fucking, what was it? The Invitational or some shit.
The Cruiserweight Open, or whatever the fuck they call that.
Yeah, this shit had 8 fucking people.
Yeah, it was just to get everybody on the fucking card. This is a good way to get everybody on the card, and it actually means something, too, because, hey, you'll guarantee the championship match for, up to 1 year. I can easily see this becoming a Mania tradition. I really can. Could I see it branch off in other pay-per-views if it gets too big? Yeah, probably. But
I'm not gonna stretch it that much. But Edge is our champion. Well, Edge is gonna be a champion.
Edge is our champion.
He is gonna be champion.
Who the hell would have thought that?
I mean, I like Edge to a point, but I don't know.
Aki Bono also arrived tonight. If you noticed all the Asians in the crowd, that's what they all came to see, man.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking Asians. I saw so many Asian females. I was like, wow, what? What is going on?
I want to see Aki Bono, man.
Yeah,
I actually
they're all into the dick fat of Aki Bono. That's all they're into. Like,
by the way, guys, I looked this shit up. I had to do some research on this. Aki Bono is actually born in Hawaii, so he's technically not even Japanese. So.
Can't we just say Samoan then, so he can be part of the Rock's family?
Michael Cole actually, I think mentioned that on commentary too. So
I don't think they ever really mention that he was Japanese. Or they just mentioned it.
They mentioned he was like the first American-born fucking sumo champion or whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting in the Yahoo chat room while watching this, and this guy called Perk Dog, I don't know if he's known, was just writing in the chat. Well, this just hurry the fuck up, and what's he sprinkling on the mat? People were just like,
yes,
you know what I mean? They were like, get this shit out of here.
It was the throwing of the salts. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know why
trying to keep. I understand trying to keep, the Japanese tradition of sumo wrestling.
Man, it's WrestleMania.
Intact. At least have attention to detail so you don't fucking piss off, the hardcore Japanese sumo wrestling fans, if there's any. I'm probably offending a lot of people right now. I'm sorry, but does anybody really know what sumo wrestling is until tonight? No. And by the way, too, if we're talking about this match now, this was nothing to me. This was nothing.
No shit, it was nothing.
This was a waste of everybody's fucking time. Big Show lost, by the way.
You know what? It wasn't a waste of my time. I had a nice few minutes in the bathroom. Yeah, I had a nice few minutes in the bathroom. That wasn't a waste of time for me. I didn't miss much.
I seen some. There was another guy doing a radio broadcast, and it was like a moment of piss. He said so. I would dedicate a moment to go for a piss, but maybe make some sandwiches or something.
I'd say the sandwiches. Nah, you know what?
What are you, a soccer mom?
I wouldn't go that far as saying this was a piss break match. I wouldn't go as far as saying this was a piss break match. This was more along the Christy Helmy and fucking Trish Stratus was.
Man, if you went for a piss,
this was a 3-hour show. You need to take a piss twice.
if you go for a piss, right, you're missing this match when you think about it. It wasn't even a match. Why am I calling it a match? It wasn't even a match.
Well, if you waited for them to get into the ring, because the nigga had to throw his salts, because I don't know what's the problem with WWE and their salts.
You know when I cook and I put some salt on and pepper, I'm like, oh, Master Chef, that's what it looks like. That's me. Sprinkling a bit on.
Why are you putting more on, though? You stopped and then put more on and then stopped again. And
I don't do it that much, but I give that look like, yeah, look at that. I'm Master Chef. I got a bit of pepper.
I don't get it, but I don't understand why. I know they want to keep the tradition or whatever of whatever tradition they have of Japanese people and fat people, because Yokozuna had salts too. So I guess whenever they have any sort of fat, sumo wrestling looking motherfucker from Japan,
it was amazing to see.
They have to have salt.
It was
too long. It was too long.
It was amazing to see Mr. Fuji out there tonight, but Randy Orton, Undertaker. Did anyone hear? It was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but did anyone think Undertaker was going to lose the streak tonight?
I thought he was no. Well,
I love the way you tried it there. You were going to say something. You're like,
no, I'm not. I did not think that he was going to.
Bob Orton wasn't going to help end the streak.
Yes, Bob Orton, his cowboy hat and his cast is going to definitely destroy the streak. No, see, it was a great match. I thought it was a fantastic match. I love that choke slam turning into an RKO was a fantastic way.
That was a good spot right there.
I thought the match was really good, and it made Randy look incredible. And I'm sure if they continue this whole thing, Randy might get his win back or whatever the fuck, because they like to do that. But Randy did incredible. I think he got showcased incredible working with Taker at Mania. This was great.
Well, if Randy Orton gets his win back over the Undertaker, though, they kind of have to shift Randy over to SmackDown then, because Randy is still technically a Raw superstar.
Hell yeah, Randy needs to they need to shake up SmackDown a little bit if they can do that.
Yeah, I agree. Put Randy Orton and his dad on fucking SmackDown.
And his dad, yes, bring his dad and his cast.
That was why I say that, because I have a feeling they're actually going to do something with Bob Orton, like put him as Randy Orton as Randy's manager.
Tyler, hold up here. Do you not think maybe they only gave a fuck about him in the past few months, weeks, was because he was going into the Hall of Fame and that was it?
True. By the way, too, he got no reaction when he came back out for the Hall of Fame.
We can get to that.
We can get to that later.
We can get to that in a bit. Good back and forth match, but I would like to jump. I missed this bit. Eugene goes out there. It's like one of your little intermittent bits. By the way, Undertaker won. Spoiler. Eugene goes out there. Hassan chokes him out.
Oh, wait! Can we just
comes out.
Yeah, can we just stop right there? I love the gimmick and the character of Muhammad Hassan. He came I said this for months now, ever since he's fucking debuted late last year. I love this gimmick. His whole gimmick is I'm Muslim and you guys don't like me because I'm Muslim, and it makes so much sense and it's great. He had so much heat at the Royal Rumble where the whole fucking roster just sat in the ring and looked at him and chucked him out of the ring collectively. So he is great. But this was shit.
Can you believe he wasn't on the card at all tonight?
I honestly can believe it.
He could have been that Money in the Bank.
He could have, but I honestly believe it because
Imagine if he won the Money in the Bank.
They only looked at well, let's be fair. Ever since his time on Raw, they've always looked at him as the guy that has to cut promos with, with these older wrestlers. Like, he's cut promos with Mick Foley and Austin and this and that and the third. Why? Because they don't even have him wrestle most of the time. If they do, it's squash matches or matches where he can get himself DQ'd or something. That's the thing. They don't have him wrestle that much, but I know he can work because I've seen him in actual matches, like whenever, where he can actually go. It's not like he can't work. But they rather have him talk because that's the most heat you can get on Raw. Because once again, Raw's a shit show.
Hogan.
This was...
Hogan, man. He had to come out.
This was a shit segment. Yeah, this was a shit segment only because... It wasn't because of Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan did great. I don't really care for Eugene all that much. I think it's a fucking shit gimmick. Nick Densmore is so much better than that, I believe. I have to believe that.
Wrestling ability doesn't get you over.
Yeah.
And B, true. And B, why is Hulk Hogan? And B, too, Muhammad Hassan was made to be, and Daivari, too, they were made to be fucking Hulk Hogan's bitch at the end of the night.
Basically, they were the two dumb foreigners that he could beat up. That's all it was, man.
Right, that's what it was, too. Okay, even though, really, Muhammad Hassan is actually Italian, by the way, number one. And, number two, why is Hulk Hogan back? I thought we were done with this shit.
He's being retired.
Why is Hulk Hogan back?
He's in the Hall of Fame. That's why he's here.
Tyler, did you not watch the show at all tonight? Did you just lie to us and didn't watch anything?
No, I watched the show.
So how long did you actually fall asleep?
Because he had his fucking ring gear on. You know fucking Hulk Hogan is just one.
Well, yeah, because they told him to bring his ring gear. We're going to do something with you at Mania.
But, do you guys think that Hogan's coming back, though? Because I have a funny feeling that that's happening.
Well,
I have a funny feeling that's happening.
The rumor is there's a TV program set to release for VH1 called Hogan Knows Best.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Oh, my God. Why?
I like the collective sighs and all of our voices.
Wait, you know what? I'm not going to lie. Maybe one day we'll review Hogan Knows Best.
One day.
Please, God, no.
One day.
Please,
it has
God,
to be
no.
a really good recommended episode. And you guys have to come back at us. Email us or send us in the Yahoo chats. Just tell us a good episode of whenever that fucking show comes out. Tell us a good episode.
Hogan Knows Best. Well, you know what, brother? I had to beat this Muslim at Mania, brother.
Brother.
Honestly, the best I could say about this, wasn't 2002 enough with Hogan?
Yes, I think 2002 and 3 was great. We had enough of Hogan. I had enough of Mr. America, okay?
Yeah,
I think I'm done. We've all collectively been done with Hogan since, I don't know, WCW. So I'm alright. The whole 2002 run was a fucking nostalgic run, so I think we're fine. I'm done with Hogan.
And if you want to get technical, 2003 too. Now, Mr. America was great and all.
Was
but
it?
I think that's I liked it.
Was Mr. America great?
I enjoyed what it was, especially the lie detector. Especially the lie detector segment that they did on SmackDown. But other than that,
that was
I'm done with Hogan. I'm fucking done with Hogan. Enough with this fucking dude already.
I think I remember.
Brother,
I think I remember saying I was done with Hogan in 2002 on these same exact episodes, and probably like after.
All right, then pull that motherfucker up and play it right now. Play it right now. I'm just calling everyone tonight.
I will play that shit probably after the show, but right now I don't want to fucking interrupt any sort of the fucking recording or any of that. But yeah, I've been done with Hogan for a long ass time. I don't need to see him, especially killing a young fucking talent like Muhammad Hassan.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of done talking about fucking Hogan, because this is in 1984 or 83 or whatever. Done talking about this dude. Let's get to the real jam of the night, the nose jam. Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle. Kurt wins.
There we go.
Yeah, so...
Didn't expect Kurt to win. I really didn't expect it.
Me neither, but I'm glad he won.
Longest match of the night, and it really did deserve it. The rest of the matches didn't deserve shit.
This was my match of the night for me personally, because honestly, Shawn did great, Angle did great, like you said, you guys weren't expecting Angle to win. I kind of was because Shawn.
Of course you did, man. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you expect him to win, Tyler?
Well, Angle. Here's the thing with Angle. And I'm not saying that because he's a Pittsburgh boy or anything like that. Angle is younger than Shawn Michaels.
And
he's. I mean, he has the neck issue. But
all right, shoulder back issues.
If you really think about it, Shawn Michaels too. Yes, Michaels wasn't around during the Attitude Era or when Kurt Angle even was, coming to fame. But Angle kind of had a win here because I feel like it would have benefited Angle more if he beat Michaels and, Michaels beating Angle,
The only thing I can say about I was surprised that he won, most likely because, I kind of expect Shawn Michaels to win some matches that are kind of like, just high-marking matches. He hasn't won that much, but, I would have expected he would win this one because, Kurt Angle's Kurt Angle. He's great, but, in WWE terms, he's great and he's a fucking main eventer, but he's not high on the levels of most things. He's on SmackDown. They like to shove that down your throat. He's on SmackDown. I
just want to say during the
like Triple H.
During the match, I seem to have coined a phrase. I don't know if you've noticed it. It's called jam nose and jam mouth.
Nigga had just a lot of jam all day.
Shawn looked like he had jam coming out of his nose, and Kurt looked like he had jam coming out of his mouth. It didn't even look like blood. It legitimately looked like jam. Maybe it was jam.
Can't afford the fake blood. If you're in Hollywood and you can't afford fake blood, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Was it fake?
No, fuck out of here, fake blood. What the fuck is this?
It was jam mouth, man. Overall, in all seriousness though, to the people that haven't got the pay-per-view or may not be able to afford it straight away, is it worth it just for this match? Honestly, no. Because the overall card to me isn't worth it. Because we've just spoiled it all for you anyway, so you already know it, but would you guys pay $60 for it now? For this one match?
Just wait.
No. Not really.
Why pay $60?
Get the DVD.
You can get the DVD for $20. You can get the DVD for $20, and then you can buy that. That's perfectly fine. But for $60, well, I don't even know. What was your price in the fucking UK? Because I know it wasn't $60.
$20.
Yeah.
We don't pay that much overall.
Yeah, so I would buy that show for $20 on a DVD. I would buy it.
And then to boot, you get the Hall of Fame. So.
Yeah. So I would definitely buy that shit for $20. But for $60,
good match,
no.
But the rest of the show is just not that appealing.
The one thing I could say about, I was surprised that Kurt Angle won, but now I'm thinking about it again. When has he won at Mania?
Well, Shawn took the L last year, so.
Well, yeah, he took. Shawn didn't get pinned, and it's fine. And the year before that, Shawn won. So yeah, Shawn losing didn't really hurt anybody, but. Kurt Angle hasn't gotten a win at Mania since X7. Just think about that. And now until now, he finally got his win. But before that, he hasn't gotten a win since X7. So yeah, him getting the win is pretty nice.
Yeah, Jericho did win at I think 19. Didn't he beat? Was it Jericho?
Shawn beat Jericho. Yeah. So yeah, Shawn losing wouldn't hurt him at all.
Angle lost to Brock, if you think about it. And this was 2 straight big matches. It probably would have been 3 if Angle didn't win this. That, Angle lost. He lost to Brock at WrestleMania 19. He lost to Eddie Guerrero last year. But I know it was basically, classic Eddie Guerrero fashion, but he still lost nonetheless. So,
I feel like
Angle had a win here.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to Kurt Angle, he is one of those rarities because it's like he's a main eventer and he's come through. He fucking basically was debuting during the scene of wrestling's peak, and the fact that he is in this stage of his career now, and he's only been in the company for how long? 6 years? It's only been 6 years now, right? 6 or 7? I'm not sure, but he's only been in the company for 6 years, and he's giving us these matches still. And he's still a very intriguing character. So yeah, Kurt Angle getting the win is fantastic. I love this match.
Actually, it's 5 years because I think he debuted in 2000. Didn't he?
Nah, Survivor Series I think in '99.
Okay, so now, alright, so yeah.
Onwards.
Right then, if we're overall looking at the Hall of Fame, We'll get into it now. The crowd's always disrespectful and ignorant, so we don't even usually
Well, the
get
crowd
into
doesn't
that.
know who half those fucking people are.
Too many
except
Japanese
don't-
people in the crowd. Too many Asians.
Too many people for Aki Bono. If Aki Bono went in the Hall of Fame now,
Oh,
he'd get
wicked!
fucking popped.
Ah.
This year's Hall of Fame, I haven't seen it yet. Doesn't seem that bad of a cast though.
Hell no! I actually thought the cast was pretty stacked, and then at the end it was like, oh yeah, I forgot Hogan. Like we went through the line of people, and it's like, okay, we got Piper.
We got the main ones are Iron Sheik, Piper, and Hogan.
Yes.
And maybe Jimmy Hart.
I don't really know that much of a reaction for Iron Sheik either. I mean, for
Man,
they don't care about Sheiky, baby. They don't care about Sheik.
The only people that care about Sheik is Howard Stern.
Yes, he's the only one that cares.
Well, I mean, those fucking interviews with Stone were just, oh my god. Those are fucking on another level.
He's never gave a fuck.
But then again, too, I'm thinking to myself when Sheiky came out, I'm like, how much coke did he fucking snort before he fucking came out?
Oh, you see, I'm not gonna do any allegations like that, man.
How many coke do you think Hogan snorted?
Especially with the
How much coke do you seriously think, right? Aki Bono snorted before he went out there at that point.
Well, it's equivalent to how many fucking burgers.
I mean, I don't think he was. Like Toxic said, I don't think he was, snorting coke as much as he was heading up the fucking local McDonald's and buying everything off the fucking menu.
He's like, oh, wicked! I'm in America. Time to get even more fatter than I was beforehand.
Gotta get me that McRib.
Yeah. That's great.
I don't even think the McRib's out yet, right?
Nah, every winter.
Yeah.
It's a limited.
We're still in winter. Are we in?
No, we're in spring. It's fucking April.
Yeah, I think we're out of the window. I thought we were out of the window.
Rip told people to like McRibs then, apparently.
Rip?
Allegedly.
My dad.
I've had the McRib before. It's pretty good.
My dad.
We're not the McRib show here. For the trademark show either. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Plug your shit afterwards.
Right, JBL, Cena.
Oh, Jesus.
This was a snooze over.
This is just...
Big match for Cena. Big match John. Didn't fucking perform.
Big match for John. And it just fucking depresses me because I've seen Cena have much better matches with the likes of, Booker T,
the build-up
Eddie,
was slightly
Benoit.
better than this match, which I thought the build-up was
I actually kind of feel like that this was hindered because of the fact that the Hall of Fame and the fucking sumo match that fucking went on.
How was that going to hinder it? He didn't fucking take part in it.
Well, not that. Well, not just that, too. I think that took up a lot of time. They were probably like...
Man, they were only what? Well, what are they... At this point, what were they? 2 hours 50? That's not...
Well, let's
People
remember
Triple
H has to have his limited time of 25 minutes in the main event. So if he has if we have less than 25 minutes for a Triple H main event at Mania, then there's a problem.
If this match went on longer, I think this probably would have been better. I mean, it started picking up right around the fucking end. When it picked up is when it fucking ended. Basically, that's
it literally picked up. The moment where the match picked up is where JBL missed his clothesline. That was literally
missed the clothesline from hell. Cena hit the FU, and then fucking got the 3. And then
I'll say this, right?
That lasted, 10 minutes? This was only 10 minutes?
It wasn't long at all. All I can say is it would have been a good SmackDown main event. That was it.
Yeah, and it's
and
the
sad
sad
no
thing.
title as well.
The sad thing is, like both of these guys have had better matches this whole year, and maybe it's one of those things that wrestlers don't click and stuff like that.
And
which
also
happens.
too, and if you think about, and also too, this concerning JBL, you've been hyping up this 200-plus day title, the longest reign in SmackDown history, the longest WWE title reign in SmackDown history, correct? You've hyped this up for fucking a year. Actually, not even a year, probably this title build with Cena, right?
No.
And you only give him 10 minutes? You only give the dude 10 minutes, especially after we basically got grilled by fucking Triple H early on in the night?
Well, most likely
that just doesn't look good.
I'll only compare it to a few things. Just the timing of probably the Shawn and Kurt Angle match was 27 minutes, which is a 30-minute match, let's say. And, the length of those two matches basically just exceeded most of the time out of the show, because by then we already have like a good 45 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes left in the show, and we need to fit 2 world title matches. So at the end of the day, one has to take some shorter time than the other. In the main event, I'd say personally, the main event will always need a little bit more time. So if that's what happened, then that's what happened. But at the end of the day, a wrestler should understand that if you don't have that much time, then you work fast. You don't fucking slow the shit down.
Well, what's our next pay-per-view for SmackDown?
Backlash.
It's not Backlash.
No, it's Judgment Day is the next SmackDown pay-per-view.
Okay.
We'll get a rematch.
Yeah, we'll get a rematch, and it'll probably be much longer and most likely much better. Just like most WrestleMania matches that happen like this. It'll
probably have a stipulation as well. There'll probably be a stipulation as well.
Yeah.
Orlando Jordan on a pole. You gotta go up and get Orlando Jordan.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
How would you use him?
How'd you use him? I don't know. Beat the shit out of Ric Flair? I don't know. But that backstage segment, man, I was hoping Orlando Jordan would just knock out Ric Flair, man.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like,
honestly, I really do enjoy Orlando Jordan 100 times more than Ric Flair. I know people are gonna sit there and go, "What the fuck?" But fuck Ric Flair. He just woos all day.
I want to say another thing too. JBL, I think he's had much better matches like Booker T. I mean, Taker matches were shit. I'm sorry. His matches with Taker were
how fucking dare you?
But he had better matches with Eddie and Booker T and shit like that. But his matches with Taker were shit at SummerSlam and I think No Mercy or something like that. But they were shit. But JBL,
the last ride match.
Yes, the last ride match. So JBL has had much better matches. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to there was short time. JBL is not really a fast-paced worker, so even if he has short time, he will slow that shit down for 6 minutes and then kick up the last fucking 4. And Cena, at the end of the day, has a few movesets. He is as green as Batista. I don't think he's, I don't know who's better and who's worse. I don't even want to go into that fucking type of topic, but just with the time and who's in the ring, I don't think there was going to be a good match to start with. If you give them more time, they can work with something, even with like a stipulation, like a no DQ shit at Judgment Day. But if it's a basic match and you got 10 minutes with these two guys, I don't think we're going to get a fucking stellar match.
Well, that leads us to our main event of the night.
Yeah, which, once again, another not stellar match.
Probably better match at Backlash.
You know what? I would say that, like I did say that earlier. Just the next.
Fell asleep on this match, so you guys take it away.
People are crucifying me for this as well. Triple H is great and all, but I don't know. Triple H matches aren't that entertaining to me. They're very brawly. Batista's very brawly, physical.
Well,
just
I agree with
match,
you, but I feel like
frankly.
Triple H has only gotten that because he's fucked up his quad. He's not the same like he was before the quad tear. Before the quad tear, he was one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world. Now he slows everything down much more. He's more of a brawler and attacker, and he's not the same. I'm not talking, but the character's the same. The character's the same fucking person, but he can't work like 2000 Triple H or 2001 Triple H. He can't work like that anymore.
Yeah. Overall, this was going to be the main event, regardless.
The entrance to Triple H. Can we talk about the entrance of Triple H real quick?
We are Motorhead.
How embarrassing was it that Lemmy actually basically forgot the fucking words to his own song?
He's done that every time he does the song, though. He fucked up this one. I think when was the last time he did it? He fucked up the last time.
X8 when
yes.
Oh no, X7.
X7. He fucked up at X7 too. So he's always fucked up the lines of his own fucking song. But I think it's mostly because if you I saw this interview once with Lemmy, and it was he hates singing the song, but whenever WWE pays him, he'll sing the song. But he hates the song.
He hates time to play the game.
Yes, he hates time to play the game. He hates doing it live at any other.
But he
show.
Loves Triple H.
Yes, but he hates the song.
Yeah, him and Triple H are close.
Yeah, but he hates singing the song constantly because for years he would always have to sing it ever since it came out. So I bet you he fucking hates it. especially around this time.
I can't
where
really
it's
say
like, fuck
blame
this.
him.
Especially since this time, so it's been like, what, 5 years that he's been singing the same fucking song?
Just stop fucking singing the song. Fucking change
He
it.
has.
My time was way better than this.
He has stopped
I
singing
don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear the fucking theme song anymore.
I'm about to say.
It's time to fucking change the channel when that shit
I've heard
out.
people that have gone to his shows, he has stopped singing the song for about a good 2 years now.
They fucking quit fucking playing on WWE TV, man.
They fucking pay him a few fucking mil just to play that Mania.
I'm just talking in general. Change that shit, man.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
It's not. I mean, it's not the best. I do like My Time, but
don't get me wrong, right?
They
We're
gave
used
My
to
Time
it now.
to China, so they were like, I don't know.
My Time doesn't really suit him. I understand that, but time to play the game. Well, then again, that was like the game. So.
Well, he is the game. So they literally made the song for him.
But he's the animal, so you put those two together, you get an animal game.
Which was basically this fucking
I don't
match.
know what that goes.
It was a cat.
Animals.
That was basically what this match was. It was basically a fucking cat and mouse affair. Batista just constantly having to grab him where Triple H is running, and now he's bleeding all over the fucking place like he's Ric Flair.
Grab him? What is this fucking Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, it was almost like a fat ass Tom and Jerry. Just a big stocky version of that shit.
I'll tell you the point where I fell asleep when Triple H got busted open. That to me, I fell fucking.
Well, at that point you were like, well, how much did you pay for this?
Probably about $60.
That tells you something, right? When you're paying for this,
and I fucking fell asleep for this shit, dude. It's like, oh.
I see Tyler as the fat guy in Toy Story 2 with his hands stuck in the Cheetos. Just falling asleep in front of the TV. That's what I see Tyler at.
That's basically what happened.
You go to this TV, all you see is Triple H, like, bleeding and shit.
Well, what happens when a pay-per-view's over for you? We get like a Sky box office thing flicker up. What do you get?
We just get a logo and it goes back to the menu screen.
Do you get replays for the whole week or no? Do you have to pay for it again for a replay?
We get I think
we get replays for free. Once you pay for it, you get endless replays.
I think
week.
Whoever pays for it gets replays, but whoever didn't pay for it the first time, they have to pay for the encore.
Yeah,
the encore isn't free for people that bought it when it was live.
The encore's free for people who already bought it.
I'll probably have to catch the replay just to watch the main event. I could really give two shits less about the rest of the show. I might have to check the replay back for the main event just so I can get a full, thorough review of this. But overall, I'm agreeing with you guys. This was about an average match. It was expected though. It's Triple H and Batista. I mean, honestly. I expected this to be not that very good.
And here's the only thing I have to say about this match. I know it's Batista and Triple H is not at his best anymore, and he hasn't been for years. And Batista's green as anything. Batista was built up great this whole storyline. He has been built up as...
He even broke a sledgehammer in half, huh?
Yes. I mean, not even that. Since New Year's Revolution, when he fucking... That Elimination Chamber match that he was in. The whole thing where Triple H didn't fucking try to help him, where Randy Orton fucking hit him in the nuts and RKO'd Batista and didn't help. So, it's been a whole storyline since fucking January of this year that Triple H does not give a fuck about Batista. And it's been known for a while. And the way they build it up as us knowing that he doesn't care, but Batista doesn't know. He's still a fucking numbling giant being stupid. But the fact when, he won the Rumble and shit like that, he had a choice, and then he finds out when they're fucking talking backstage, saying he's fucking stupid, he'll make a decision that we fucking like. And the whole fucking turn on Raw, which I remember was fucking massive. I love the whole turn.
That was huge.
That was a huge turn. It was a really good fucking babyface turn. So he has been billed wonderfully. But the match at the end of the day is what people are going to see. And at the end of the day, the match was a very average match. I don't think it was fucking awful, but you could skip it. You can skip this match. But if you want it, it's his coming of light. It's his match.
Coming out party.
Yeah, it's his coming out party.
It's his coming out party.
And this is his match, and which is perfectly fine. It's an average match for your coming out party. And obviously they're going to have a rematch, but that's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens at Backlash.
Here's my question for you guys: how long is it going to be until Triple H gets the world title again? I say about a month.
No.
You say there's not going to be a rematch? I think there's going to be a rematch.
I think there's going to be a rematch, but I don't think he's going to
win it. Backlash is going to win it back? Maybe this is the end of Triple H's reign, man. Maybe this...
I wouldn't be so sure. Let's see what the house show numbers is for Batista. Yeah, I know they weren't very great for Chris Benoit. That's why they had to, basically hotshot the title back to Triple H by using Randy Orton as a fucking mechanism in the process, because Triple H, I think, was busy doing other things.
Rourke and suck a dick.
No, but Triple H was busy beating up Eugene.
That's right.
That's pretty much our review. What would you guys like to score this out of 5? We'll do a Meltzer-style scoring.
2.5.
Nah, totally wrong. We're not doing that. We're not watching Hope you guys
not doing Meltzer. No, we're not doing fuck Meltzer.
You know what and done it. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode. Enjoy.